request a box whenever you're ready. But while we're away, oh, beautiful. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I attempt this every week. I'm gonna keep trying until I get this right perfectly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, presenting my guest coming to the stage, to the format. I'm messing up so hard. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, she is an awesome streamer. All right, I met her on another streamer show. I'm glad I'm really happy. Everything happens for a reason. All right, I had a fantastic time on that show, and I got to meet my next guest because of that show. And yes, I did get my butt whooped by her on that show, but I got a close second, so I will take that. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a gamer. All right, respect the gamers. All right, respect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. All right, Lexi Luminous.
Hi, how's it going?
Viral applause. I'm a pro wrestling fan. That's what it comes with the territory. Apologies, but not really. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you officially. Like, not on another person's show, on your show.
Yes. Well, we met before I went to your live. Found out that you're a big gamer, that you love playing Fortnite. At the time, I was taking a break. I am now back on Fortnite. So I've just been playing with my girlfriend, Vampy, and who's in the comments. But yeah, Lexi, it was awesome. Yes, we met in Luke's stream. Shout out to Luke. He has his show. I think he changed it. Yeah, it's no longer Tuesdays, but it was a scavenger hunt. You whooped my behind. But that I had a great time, and that's how I favored you. And then yeah, I finally caught you live one day. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna check her out, and I'm like, oh shoot, you're gaming, and then you got in Fortnite and whatnot. So that's awesome. That's awesome. But for those of the people that are in here that don't have the wordplay. Words are difficult for me right now. For any of those in the comments that don't have the honor of knowing Lexi Luminous, would you mind giving just a brief intro, who you are and what do you do on the app, and how long, all that stuff,
Yeah, so I'm Lexi, guys. Hi. I'm from New York. I've been a streamer on this platform and others for a little over 4 years now. Daily streamer, full-time content creator. Mainly on this platform, but you can definitely find me on other places if you follow my Discord or follow my Instagram. I have paint nights and I do gaming streams, and if you subscribe to me, I'll wear a pickle outfit and dance like it's a good time.
I love that's awesome, and I can't help but to think Pickle Rick when you said that. And I'm not even a big Rick and Morty fan. But my girlfriend is, so yeah, I figured somebody would get that reference. But that's awesome. That's awesome. Forgive me, I have like 4 hours of sleep. I desperately needed coffee. Woo, second cup, y'all. I'm gonna be wired today. Let's do this. All right. Okay. So one thing I wanted to say before we start is that I do want to thank you for taking time out of your day to be on the show. I know you're extremely busy, so it means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for asking me. I appreciate it.
Of course. No, honestly, when I came to your live and you were gaming, and you were just like, the vibe was so dope. It was chill. It was like, she's cool. Like, whatchamacallit, I even told my girlfriend, like, oh my God, I found another Fortnite player. So, whatchamacallit, so yes, so let's start this, because otherwise I'll probably go into a Fortnite tangent and we'd be here all day and not officially have this started. So one question that I really like to ask, I ask this every episode. It's one of my favorites, and it's this: what inspired you to embrace your inner goober and be different?
I think I've always embraced my inner goober. I've never not been true to myself. I think as I've gotten older, I've become more confident and just secure in myself as a person. So that just comes, I don't know, with age or with experience or whatever you want to say. But I will have to admit, I think streaming has been like a very like positive impact in like being very goofy or whatever. Just because obviously, well, not obviously, but I think the pandemic was really rough for a lot of us, and a good chunk of us probably found this app during that time because we really didn't have anything better to do. um, and as I continued to stream and build a really supportive community and made friends with people, um, it's just fun being myself and being goofy and wearing chicken outfits or pickle costumes and just like being silly. And what's interesting about being a content creator on this app, especially, is I'm literally like just being myself and people like it. And like I've connected and networked with so many people, and I'm like a big supporter as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yes. And yeah, you know, it's funny. I did recently see your story where you got a subscriber. You were in the pickle outfit. Had I not seen that, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But yeah, no, y'all, she legitimately go dresses up in a pickle outfit and dances for subscribers. So yeah, if you want to see that, definitely subscribe to her. You know, that's dope. So do you? I don't want to assume, but do you cosplay?
Not necessarily, but I have before. Like I was very nerdy growing up. I've done Comic Con, and I've done a fair amount of specific characters, but I wouldn't say I'm a cosplayer. I am open up to maybe adding more things into my streaming wardrobe because it is something I do like, but I wouldn't consider myself a cosplayer.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I like that though. And I agree. I mean, it's regarding like just be always being yourself. I did myself. I'll be honest. I did struggle. So people that's always been themselves and never had a trouble, never had a hard time as much. I envy y'all. But
Well, not to interrupt you, I wouldn't necessarily say I didn't have a hard time. There's a lot of people who like me, but there's definitely a whole lot of people who don't like me for who I am. But like, I'm okay and comfortable with that. Like, whoever sticks around, and whoever doesn't, it's their loss.
fair, I love that. Yeah, fair enough. No, and if I agree, and I relate to like if you or anybody in the comments have felt that like, oh, I feel bad for even just saying that. It's like, no, we have to put ourselves in a higher for lack of a better way of saying it, platform. No pun intended. I just couldn't think of another word. Because we have to really value ourselves, because we choose who we surround ourselves with, and we are who we surround ourselves with. And it's like, if we just allow anybody to come in our life, that could really affect us in a negative way, so we can't be afraid to be ourselves, and can't be afraid to, like, if we need to cut someone off or just kind of like put boundaries, to like, hey, this is how I am, it's okay to do that. Y'all can do that. We're all different. That's what makes us unique.
No,
All right, this isn't Pleasantville. Okay, we're not about to be the same. All right, I still need to watch that movie. But yes, let's before I have another ADHD moment and get sidetracked and start asking other questions that have nothing to do with this. So all right. So since we talked about struggles, all right, what advice do you have for others struggling to embrace their uniqueness?
Um, Continue to surround yourself by people who already accept you. There's nothing wrong with doing like check-ins and like have your friends check you and be like, hey, like, I'm feeling this kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes a while to find supportive individuals like that, and you definitely have to bob and weave through people until you get to that point. But my best advice is, if you don't have someone like that you can think of, I like to read or listen to like audibles, like some self-inspiring sort of thing. Just because sometimes it's also hard to talk to people about things if they don't understand your feelings, because then they're just giving you advice that's not necessarily not good, but not relatable. So let's say something like that.
Okay. Huh. That's an interesting words.
Mhm.
Let's try this again. Okay, round two. That's very interesting that you said that. I do agree. And yeah, I hope people are in the audience are taking notes. That's really insightful and really inspiring. I agree completely. Yeah, it's a struggle, and so as long as you keep being you and keep doing what you're doing, um, there is actually, matter of fact, there is something that I wanted to actually get your opinion on, and it's kind of related to being one with our uniqueness and embracing it and struggles. So hold on, let me find it. Okay, so all right, it says here, it's an article that I read, I think a couple years old, if I'm not mistaken. It says, we live in a world where society has pretty much conditioned each and every one of us to act and behave the same way as everyone else. Being different and unique than others is either scoffed at or frowned upon. Whenever you try to break away from the status quo, you are either labeled as a misfit or an outcast.
Mhm.
Do you agree or disagree? And what is your opinion on that statement?
I can agree with it to a certain extent because I feel like certain ideologies you can't really get rid of. Some things are very like set in stone, like gender roles is a really big example of that. Guys working, girls are like motherly, and that maternal instinct will maybe make you want to stay at home more, like like little things like that. But I disagree to a certain extent because I think that um we are in a very different period in time. I think that although a lot over the past 4 or 5 years has come to light that aren't good things, I think because it's been in people's faces so much that it's starting to cause like a shift in ideology and how tolerant people have become. I think if you look at where we are now versus maybe like at least 10 years ago when it comes to accepting gender roles, equality, being accepting of people who are different than you. It's Pride Month, so let's talk about LGBTQ plus specifically. You know, that is something that the last generation and generation before didn't really talk about, didn't really see, so it's very taboo. So for you to change their mindset just because everyone else is very difficult. But I think we do live in a somewhat more tolerant society and day and age where it's like a little bit of both, honestly.
Hmm, that's interesting. Okay. I at first I will be honest. At first, I didn't want to agree, but like I will be honest. After what you said, it brings more clarity and it does make more sense. And it is a bit of both. It's like an agreement and a disagreement at the same simultaneous time.
And you know
Oh,
what I mean? Like, I feel like when I was much younger, I'm 29 right now. I feel like when I was maybe between the ages of 6 through 11, I think it was very common to hear things on the news about someone who's maybe a homosexual getting beaten up, or a man dressed as a woman who's not necessarily gay, just wants to dress in drag or something like that. It was very wrong to a lot of people. And there was a lot of violence going on. But although that does happen today still, I just don't think it's as much, or maybe it's not as reported perhaps. But I don't know, I think times are changing a little bit. Again, ideology, it's very difficult to change someone who's believed something for so long.
yeah, no, definitely. That's why the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's where that saying comes from, unfortunately. I hate that saying so much. Like, I feel like people will use that as a clutch, especially people that are older that, are a little bit stuck in their ways and don't want to change or don't want to learn something new. That can be difficult, but I mean, you can't really, at the end of the day, you can't force someone to do something. So at the end of the day, that's their choice. But I also believe in causality. It's like if they're doing something that you don't agree with, and it's affecting your life or it's affecting your mental state, then you got to do what you got to do. And unfortunately, if you have to cut that person off or set boundaries, and you got to do that. You can't be afraid to, not put yourself in a high pedestal, if that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Before we do, I just want a quick little plug in for anybody that's coming in right now. Welcome to Goobtalk. I am your host. Can't speak at all. I am your host, King Goober, who cannot talk right now. With me is my wonderful, amazing guest, Lexi Luminous, all right, who's taking time out of her busy schedule to be a guest here, and I appreciate it to hang out with this goofy whatever I am. All right, so if you'd like to be a guest on this show, please hit myself up or Queen Vampy for booking. If you cannot reach out to us, please hit up the rest of my admins, Moody Andrew and Emoji J. Please hit them up, and they will get you in contact with myself or Queen Vampy. Okay. All right. Next, we will actually be moving on to one of my favorite parts of the show. All right. Which is the dance break edition of the show. All right. Don't worry now. There's no obligation to actually dance. Okay. If you want to wiggle a finger, bob your head, or whatever the case, that's fine too. Okay, this is just a moment just to where we can loosen up. Kind of a little segue into a little bit more fun. All right, and for the audience, you actually have the option. For those of you that don't know, that are new, you have the option to join us actually. So the top three gifters, or as I like to call them, the top three.
DW.
What?
DW, get in the box. And
Oh yes. So yes, so I like to call them the top three goobers of the stream. The top three have the option to join us in the box for the dance break, for a 1-minute dance break, if you'd like. It is optional. If not, no worries. Okay, so the top three gifters, don't worry, I'm here. Queen Gemini, Moody Andrew. All right, anyone? And now we do have this more than once during the show. All right, so it's not too late to be one of the dancers. Okay, we'll have it towards the end of the show one more time, but for now we're going to keep this going. Now I will play the music. If anybody among the top three goobers that would like to box up, go ahead and request and I'll add you. Okay, for now, let's start the dance break. I hope y'all like this. I played this in the beginning of the show when I first started the series, and I love this, so let's do this. Hey, come on, y'all. If you need to get up, go ahead and get up. If you need a stretch, It's wakey time. Never be afraid to dance like a crazy person. What was that, Lexi?
I love Sarah.
Yes.
Got hair like her too.
Oh, I love this. I grew up to this. Get it, pop it, lock it, drop it. I will neither confirm nor deny what DW said rubbed off. Okay, I remember what he said and I just happened to say it. Pop it, lock it, and drop it. All right. Ooh, I had too much fun there. All right, so that concludes the 1-minute dance break. That was fun. I'm a little hot right now, but it's okay. All right, so gotta catch my breath a little bit. All right, so next we're actually gonna go into another one of my favorites. I like this because this is a way for myself, the audience, just to get to know the guests a little bit better. Let me see. Okay, now before I continue, I did want to ask. Now, normally this would be the time where I bring in my second guest and stuff like that. So I don't want to assume. I know you're very busy, so if you do have to go, I completely understand. But if you have time and would like to, stay in, Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll keep this going. I wanted to show some respect and I didn't want to assume. We're all busy. We have a lot going on. So I just wanted to ask before I continue the show. All right. So we're actually going to be starting, again, one of my favorite game segments that I do on the show. I do this a lot because, like I said, it's a great way for the audience and myself to get to know the guests. And so this is going to be a quick, rapid-fire round where I'm basically going to ask you questions, and just from the top of the dome, just go ahead and answer. There is no right or wrong answer. Points don't matter. They're like the hearts in a live stream. They absolutely don't matter at all. So if you cannot think of one from super quickly, just go ahead and skip and we'll just go right ahead. Okay. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
I don't know why I said it so dramatically. All right. So let's get this going. All right. So, I don't know why I was at the very bottom of this. All right. So let's do this a little easy. Let's do an easy one. All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee, okay. And then, audience, if you'd like to comment and answer yourself, please feel free. We'll see who agrees and who don't agree. All right, you say coffee. Yes, I agree. I'm actually going to take a sip of my coffee in just a second. Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
I couldn't decide. All right, so let's see. If you could have any animal as a pet, real or fiction, what would it be?
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Easy.
All right. Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Beach.
Beach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Early riser or night owl?
Both.
Both. Okay. That's an acceptable answer. Winter or summer fashion?
Summer.
Okay, fair enough. Favorite childhood cartoon character?
Sailor Moon.
Nice. Wait, you anime fan?
Yeah, I love anime.
Where's my hat? Hold on. Quick, hey, let me just hold on 1 second. Let me just hold on. Little switchy switch. Sorry, hold on. I gotta flex real quick. There we go. Anime all day. Thank you very much. Hold on. Where's my Akatsuki cup? Thank you.
I'm here for it.
Yep, totally flexing right now. Yep. All right. All right. Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Both is an acceptable answer. Just say. Okay.
My cat is literally like staring at me like, what's the answer?
All right. What is your guilty pleasure TV show?
Desperate Housewives.
Desperate. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What is your signature dance move?
You know the episode of SpongeBob with the Jellyfish Club?
Why does that sound so familiar? I feel like I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember at the moment. I can't retain anything. Do the dance.
Do the subscribe for that.
All right, so if any of y'all wants to see it, go ahead and subscribe, and then she'll do it. What is your dream car?
I'm not like, I don't really know a lot of cars, but if I had to pick like something fancy, probably a Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
You know,
There's nothing wrong with Ferrari. I'm the same way. I'm actually, but so this is like a guilty pleasure confession right now. So the second Charlie's Angels movie, Full Throttle, with Demi Moore, when you first see her, she appears in the movie talking to Cameron Diaz's character, and she leaves in a car. That is a Ferrari. That is actually a 2002 Enzo Ferrari, and I fell in love with that car when she came in. How it opened on the side, I was like, oh, and it just took off like a missile.
The movie, I'll remember. But if you asked me like a couple of years ago, oh, like, you know what kind of car this is, I'd be like, Shiny.
And it was very shiny. No, but yeah, no, I only knew about it because I found it in a video game I was playing. I was playing Need for Speed. I'm like, oh my god, that's the car. So yeah, that's how I found out about that. But that's still awesome. All right, so sweet or savory snacks?
Savory.
Okay. If you have one, what's your favorite emoji?
The poop.
Okay, fair enough. Not gonna ask a follow-up question. Uh, let's see. What's the most played song on your playlist?
It's a good question. Probably something ABBA related.
You
Yeah.
said something what related?
Something ABBA related.
Oh, ABBA. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, wait. Are you a Mamma Mia fan? My best friend ruined that for me. Anytime that is brought up, she sings it. And then my girlfriend sung that the other day. I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, don't come to my stream then. It plays at least 3 times a month. Don't come to me.
Oh, that is funny. No, I'm not. It's not that bad. It's okay. I mean, hey, I love Dancing Queen. All right. So what is okay? So if that's your most popular song on your playlist, what is your guilty pleasure song on your playlist?
Depends on the mood.
Okay.
Like if I'm really happy, I'm probably gonna listen to ABBA or like Heads Will Roll by like Yeah Yeah Yeahs. If I'm like cranky, it's probably something like heavy metal related.
Okay. Do you have an embarrassing song in your playlist?
Rock and Roll McDonald's.
Rock and Roll McDonald's.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that's a song. Oh, I'm definitely looking that up if I remember.
I found it one day and it was like this thing for like almost a year straight. If I wanted to wake up someone who was drunk, I like played it really loud. And it's really obnoxious. Please listen to it.
Okay. You said Rock and Roll McDonald's?
Rock and Roll McDonald's.
Okay. All right. If I forget, which I probably will, I'll just ask you again. All right. So just a couple more questions. All right. What is your go-to karaoke song?
My Humps.
My nice. Whatchamacallit, I remember I asked somebody in real life, one of my friends, I'm like, what's your go-to karaoke song? I think they just wanted to mess with me. They were like Baby Shark. I'm like, I hate you. All right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
My dad has this saying that I like to steal occasionally. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So I guess this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, interesting.
So whenever I'm having like a rough mental day or something, and I'm like maybe like frustrated that I'm not in a certain place in life, I just remind myself I'm not where I used to be. Like I'm not living in my car. I'm not in an abusive relationship. I'm not in, other really bad situations. I'm not in the best like situation ever. Like I could have a bigger apartment. I could have a nice car, but like this is where I'm supposed to be right now, and I'm content with that. So like that would be it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I respect that. I get that. I feel like if more people had kind of had that mindset, it'd be a little bit like.
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy.
No, I'm not. No, of course, not. Nothing. Unfortunately, nothing in life is ever easy. If you think about it, so that's the unfortunate truth. All right, so let's see. Looking for one final question. Let's see. What is your favorite TV show? Oh wait, no, actually, I think I asked that kind of. Let's go with if you could live anywhere in the world, what would it be? Where would it be?
I'd probably live in Italy.
Italy.
Wow.
Interesting. Have you been there before?
Twice.
Wow.
Loved it. Love, love, love. 4 different cities. I've done the city life and I've done like the island country kind of vibe. And I'm here for it all. Like life changing vacations, like great experiences.
Okay, okay, I love that. I love that. That's awesome. I've never been to Italy. I want to. My best friend, she's been to Italy. She's been to Rome. Um,
Yeah, Rome was great.
I've heard great things about Rome. I have been to Europe. I've been to Prague, but unfortunately not Italy. Yeah, Prague is amazing.
Oh
Um,
yeah, so jealous.
it's so cheap too. Like beer's $1. I'm just gonna say that. Um,
Heard great things about the shopping.
oh my god, it's like a bunch of the states here in the U.S. combined into one. That's Prague. It's the
Yeah.
diversity of L.A. and New York, the 24-hour nightlife like New York and Las Vegas,
Mhm.
um, the nature and the greenery like in Oregon. Like there's a lot of
Mm.
bits of like you'll see in states that in Prague,
Oh,
and
I
it's just
love it.
amazing. And if you love old architecture, oh
I
my
do.
god,
Mhm.
the cathedrals, the buildings, mwah, oh my god, they're
I'm here for
amazing.
that. All that.
I recommend anybody who's in the comments, anyone who's here right now, definitely recommend checking out Prague. And I'm also going to recommend checking out Italy. Like I said, I've never been before, but I've known many people that have. And Lexi just confirmed it's a great place. All right.
Spend all of your money.
I wouldn't. I
So
personally
do
wouldn't
it.
recommend that, but that's just me. But it basically what she's saying, it's worth it. So that's what's important.
For sure.
All right. The one final thing I wanted to All right. All right. So apologies. All right. Just want to make sure I'm saying up with my agenda. I have to write everything down. Uh, I'm getting old. Um, I love how I said I'm like I'm super old. I'm only 31. All right. All right. I know I'm not giving you much hope at all.
Oh, Dale, 4 years behind you, sir.
It's like, hey, surprise! There is no hope. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I had someone say that to me when I was in Prague. I had turned 30 last year. They're like, "Wow, congrats!" There's no. It's all downhill from here. I'm like, "Wow, thank you."
30s are when women peak. I'm excited.
Okay, that makes sense. So that 30s are when men downfall. I'm kidding. That was a joke. So wow. Oh. All right. Well, that wraps up my show, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So, before we are getting close to the wrap up time, before I do eventually let you go, is there anything, any events, anything that you do in your stream, anything that you'd like to promote at all? Any shout outs, anything at all that you'd like to say? Final words.
Well, I'm starting my Pinot and paint again tomorrow. I took like a little bit of a break. The like after split thing kind of made the app a little murk and quiet for a little bit, so I kind of took a pause on it. But if you guys like painting, I do it every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Usually pretty simplistic. If you don't want to do what I'm doing, just I don't know, have fun with whatever you're doing. You can paint whatever you want. By the end of the summer, we're going to start my Topic Tuesdays again. So if anyone likes a good, healthy debate that's intellectual and not makes you want to like kind of rip your hair out, like look out for that towards the end of the summer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, just pull up.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Yes, please, everyone favorite Lexi. She's amazing, super sweet, super awesome. All right, subscribe to her, watch the pickle dance, and then report to me what her signature dance move is. All right, thank you, appreciate it. Dar. All right. So before I let you go, if you'd like, this time this is optional for you. If you'd like, I don't want to keep putting you on the spot, but this is the time for our second and our last dance break of the show. So actually, let me rewind this a little bit because I forgot to pause it when I had this song going. Whoops. All right. So I'm going to again open up the floor to our top 3 goobers. All right. Now, since this is the ending of the show, the last dance break of the evening, I will open up to our top 6 goobers of the stream. All right. So anybody that's among the top 6 gifters or goobers, I like to call them, you have the option to join us one last time for a final dance break. Okay. So by all means, Flirty Danny, Rave Noir, oh hi Lexi, Moody, Green Gemini, and don't worry, I'm here. All right, so y'all have the option. We're gonna keep this going. All right, and let's do our second dance break. I hope y'all are ready. All right. Hopefully y'all like this. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard this song. I have no problem opening up to Dar, but I'm pretty sure Dar's not going to get in the box. And you know what? How about this? Anybody is open to get in the box. I'm opening it up. Anyone can join us and dance like some goobers up in here. All right, we're gonna start this right now. Let's do this, y'all. Hopefully, y'all like this song. I definitely got this. I had my girlfriend help me with this one. I may not know this.
I don't know if I know this either, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, apparently it's Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. I don't know. I can pick another. I actually have another song. Yeah, none of us are feeling this. All right. We're doing this one. I feel like we can relate to this a little bit more. Maybe not relate, dance to this. Is that a little better?
Canceled.
Right?
Did we cancel him? It's okay, I like the song.
No money. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I'm just making this up as I go. Call me modern Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, check it now. I can't believe I'm making it this far. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
That was fun. Okay, I'm glad we reached a minute because I really ran out of more things to say. I'm like I'm falling here. I'm free falling.
Good improv.
Thank you. I try. Lots of time watching Whose Line Is It Anyway. Alrighty. Well, Lexi, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, out of your busy day to be a guest on the show, to be here. I hope people in the audience really, I hope they, well, one, I hope they favored you, and two, I hope they got to know you a little bit better. If they don't know you, hope they got some insight in how awesome you are. That's why I wanted you to be on the show, because you are really cool. You are awesome. And I wanted more people to be aware of that. That's what this show is about, bringing awareness to how awesome we all are, how unique we all are. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not be normal. Society likes to prejudge people before they even give a chance to get to know them, not give them a chance. So that's what this show is about. I give that chance, okay? We all give that chance. Everyone here. It's not just me, it's all of us. It's you, it's the people in the chat and the audience. It's all of us. Okay, it's up to us to make the world better, to make the world more positive, and to embrace uniqueness and just differences, if that makes sense. So with that being said, Lexi, thank you so much. I'm not gonna kick you out because that's rude, but if you'd like to leave, go ahead. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Everyone, please favorite Lexi Luminous. She's super awesome. All right. This has been a great show. All right, we're not over quite yet. There's a couple things I wanted to mention before we wrap up this show. We got about 7 minutes left. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, forgive me. All right, so one thing I wanted to say is that it's all about accepting our uniqueness, accepting who we are. you know, and there are some steps. If there's anybody here that at any point or even now currently, all right, thank you so much, that are struggling to embrace or not necessarily struggling, but just want some tips, just want some help on accepting your uniqueness. Okay, so here I looked up on here. This is courtesy of Dr. Asha Prasad. All right, and we have 8 steps for embracing your uniqueness. Okay, so I want to read these to you. Okay, so feel free, if anyone by the agrees or disagrees, please feel free to state it in the comments. Oh, forgive me. Hold on. Let me just get some water real quick. I have a really bad tickle in my throat. Oh my god. And I'm gonna be honest, I love that hat, but it was a little too much. Oh, okay. It was just too high. Okay. Felt weird wearing a suit jacket with the snapback. All right, I'm gonna be a goober, at least be the king. I appreciate that. That's right, D-Dub. That's right. And I try. All right, so here are here are 8 steps. Okay, number 1, accept who you are. It's difficult to be different if you refuse to accept your identity. Number 2, everyone has a story to tell. Listen to them and find your own. Number 3, stop trying to compromise on who you are. Number 4, find your crowd and people with similar interests. Number 5, embrace your talents and skills and accept them for what they are. Number 6, embrace your beliefs and don't change them to fit others' views. Number 7, spend time doing what you love and not just what you have to do. And the last step, number 8, accept criticism and encompass it into your life. That's interesting because I feel like that's probably the number one thing a lot of people struggle with regarding accepting one's uniqueness. That's why I say I love criticism. If it's criticism meant to actually help and not just to be mean, because there are those, then I'm all for it. It helps. And I'm actually a little bit mad at myself. I'm realizing I would have loved to get Lexi's insight on this. No, okay. Note to self: if I do this, keep the guests in the box if they still want to be in here. Because if you have any opinions on this, because this is interesting. This is actually, I wanted to give y'all my genuine reaction to it. So I actually didn't read. Forgive me. Wow, coming out of nowhere. I wanted to. I didn't read this in advance. I wanted to actually get a genuine reaction out of myself and wanted to show you. I am so sorry, y'all. Wow. Very embarrassing. Ooh. Oh my God. I think so. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh. Wow. Forgive me. Came out of nowhere. All out of left field. Ooh. Wow, this could have happened like, a couple minutes or like an hour ago. It was fine an hour ago. All right. But as I was saying, yeah. So, if Lexi, if anyone in the comments, if y'all have anything you want to say, or if anything, I can open up the deck when I end the show in a couple minutes. I can open up the day box and we can continue talking about this, because I love talking about accepting uniqueness and being different. So I have no problem continuing that after the show. But so it says here, why is uniqueness important? Individuals are different from each other. They have special worth in their society because they are different. They can make contributions that help others and develop things that make it into a society. This is because they are different. If we are if we are all the same, there would be no difference between us. If everyone wore blue jeans and t-shirts all the time, that would not help society evolve. We need to develop a sense of own identity and still feel good about who we are as individual members of society. Variety is the spice of life, as the expression all around the world goes, and where would the world be without varieties of colors, people, and cultures in it? Okay. Lastly, we need people to do many things for society and develop such as originate new ideas. Develop those ideas into practical applications that everyone can use. If we were all the same, no one would have any original thoughts because they were all influenced by others who came before. Okay. There is a little bit more to go on because this is a whole article. However, it looks like we actually are actually out of time. So if you'd like, I can continue this after the show, but I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Goobtalk. I am your host, King Goober. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Goobtalk. This was a really insightful, very inspiring episode. A big shout out to Lexi Luminous on being my guest for today, for tonight, for this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. You know, definitely fave her. Go to her streams. All right, come check her out. I'm such a fan of intellectual talks because I'm not really good at it, so that's why I'm such a fan of it. And I'm just love absorbing all that information and then getting confused about it later, but that's still fine. But yes, you know, big shout out to Lexi. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that came in here today. Jade, thank you to everyone that came in here today, whether you're a new guest, you're a regular, you're an occasional person, dropper, buyer, you know, or a lurker, you know. I appreciate y'all. All right, tune in next week. We are having a show next week. I actually don't have next week booked. Thank you so much for the favorite.